I don't want to lose.
From Iron Lich Gaming here in Fort Worth, Texas. Silence your cell phones and shut your mouth. No. I always gotta. Come on. So, last session, our group of misfits went to the bathhouse, got nice and clean. Jasper started to get out the wardrobe of clothes for the upcoming event of going and just checking out the Luxon as he handed out different things to make y'all look a little bit better and not as ragged, not as dirt dusted from traveling to Clarion. Y'all went to the Luxon, played a few games, wagered a few coins, won some, lost some.
More than a few.
But the biggest highlight of the night was our dear gnomish friend, the druid Drystan the Degenerate, decided to wager a big bet in one go, and unfortunately,
The worst game.
The worst odds.
unfortunately, did not get it done.
Right, a big fucking man.
After not understanding what exactly happened to him, and Arrn'ess kind of sitting back, not having any fun, not really caring about this, and kind of sitting at the bar, just scoping it out, trying to see who's around. He notices a friend, or not so much of a friend, walk in looking for somebody, and the recruiter of the Mist walked up to Arrn'ess and spoke with him on... We good? It was Davu Thavan. This is the Elvish recruiter for the Mist. Silently dropped some tidbits to let y'all know to meet him in the back restaurant outside the Luxon on the back path and discuss more of the mission you have ahead. As you discuss and ask questions of many things about the champion, and is there any way that, how close can we get to him, and some other information that you guys were looking for to find ideas to possibly rig this fight that's coming up tomorrow, or in 2 days from now, anyway. You decide after the conversation to head back to the Summer Court, a little wasted, tired for the day. You gentlemen sit down, and as Drystan does his nightly ritual, y'all fall asleep. The next morning, well, just real quick, they decided to join a band, or they decided to make a band at the Luxon and play a dynamic performance that did really well. Came up with the name
The Bare Naked Lads.
The Bare Naked Lads, as the
Valley
dancing
Boys.
bear
That was the
was
first
the
one.
highlight of the show. And Dathan Martini, the stage manager, tells you to come back and try again some other time for maybe a little more gold. But as you wake up, you discuss what your plans are on the day and that the fight will be tomorrow, and you decide to check out the alchemist Zane, locked and loaded in the Clash District, to see how much some poison might be. What could you get your hands on in a city like Clarion? After a little bit of confusion and intimidation and some other things, you don't end up getting anything from Zane. He kind of scoots you out the door, and just to come back a later time, it's just not the time and at this moment. So y'all decide to head to the Lar Lavir. Oh my god, I can't even say the dude's name without looking at it. The champion's house, or the ex-champion's house. Lar Lanthier. Voss Lar Lanthier. You speak with him and bring up some ideas, and he, y'all really wanted to check out the fighter, that the challenger, you might say, to see what you could do for him possibly going into this fight. Instead of maybe weakening the champion, what could you do to make the challenger boost him up. After walking outside to the sand pits and a small challenge from the group that Orion would test his skills to see that a falling mic was in Durdale's lap. You walk upon the sands and see the back of a very light-skinned, long-flowing blonde-hair elvish gentleman with leather armor, practicing with a scimitar. He turns around and you see Arrn'ess's brother, the one that was arrested with Orion and Arrn'ess, the one that Arrn'ess has been talking so much about. And that's where we are, where he turns around as two brothers lock eyes and realize, what do we do now?
Well, fuck.
I run over to him, give him a big hug. I thought you were dead.
Me too, brother. I thought I would be.
What happened?
Well, they put me in chains. I was in a line of about 10 men about to what I assumed was going to be mercy, as after I was condemned and thrown into the chains after the trial, they said, would you like to take the gallows or would you like to take mercy? And as you know, brother, we don't give up easily on our lives. We live long and hard, and our expectations are more than just death in a city filled with mud and shit. And I figured I'd do what's best and continue to survive.
So happy to see your ugly face.
Yes, it's good to see you too, brother.
Just got to figure out how we can get a win out of you now.
Oh, I'm not too worried about it. You've seen my skills.
I've heard this champion's quite the opponent.
Yes, can't be nothing that the Underdark hasn't thrown to our people.
I do have faith in you. I know your sword arm is strong.
I have a little less faith.
Do you know what weapon he uses? Do you know what we're up against?
Bare hands.
Yes, that shouldn't be
Ah,
too
so he
difficult.
fights like me.
He's a fister.
Bare hands.
Bare hands. He's a big fister.
But we plan on doing some recon on him tonight. Hopefully we can figure out more for you. And if not, we plan on being in the crowd, and my new friend Jasper here plans on bowstring you up a little bit with his words.
Bowstringing me up.
If you're willing to accept our help, that is.
Alright. I mean, a friend of Orion and friend of Arrn'ess, I would look forward to making this a little bit easier and not as dangerous.
We'd like to keep you alive as well. Kind of like my brooding friend over here. I'd hate to see anything happen to his kin.
Yeah, he is kind of a brood compared to my laughter, but that's why we're so good together. Probably gets tired of my jokes, and that's probably why he's so sad all the time, realizing that he's just
They're
not
terrible
as funny
fucking
as me.
jokks.
If I had to listen to him all the time, I'd be sad as well.
The Voss Larlent there walks up. Oh, so what's going on here? As he looks at you and him, and
Is there any way that after this win that we could buy Varg back?
I don't know.
He's my brother.
I've got a proposition for you then. We
Excuse.
we're determined to set a bet on your man here. Maybe if we can make you enough money, if you want to cast the bet as well, we can help assure your man's a victory. It'll make enough to free him.
Just roll a persuasion check.
There you go. Ooh.
11.
Well,
Wait, no, the minimum I can roll is a 10, so 19.
Nice.
that's still not. It's barely. Yeah, a little. He
Come on, you
says,
silver tongue
well,
devil.
I mean, that's why I'm paying the miss, is to to put my money on this and to
shit.
flourish my own bank account.
So he's the one
Close to
behind
my,
it.
my vault. So,
Well, is there anything else you'd like to acquire in return?
and I paid 5,000 gold for him. So
That is quite a hefty amount.
Sounds like your brother might be stuck in the pits for a while.
but it takes 5 wins
You could break his legs.
for freedom.
5 wins. We could try to assure those victories.
Does he have to get those wins?
Yes, 5 victories.
He has to get the 5 victories.
Yes.
If my man here volunteered his service to take on some of those victories.
Maybe we could sweeten the pot to make it maybe 5 victories in a day.
I'll take that offer.
Hey.
I owe this man my life.
5 victories in a day?
Those
Like,
odds are not
Maybe
good.
in a.
for one person?
For one person? Or?
I don't
Do
know.
you have any ideas? It's just the first thing that popped
Well-
in the gentleman's head.
I don't know if I can assure the victory
Perhaps
of 5.
we could step into the ring? Just 5 victories for your house?
Well, a mano. I'm not such a formidable opponent, but I'm more of a.
Is
Oh,
there?
that's a
a man
good
understands.
idea there. There is a.
But with the bear.
Well, we've got the lion man. We've got
Oh.
the big guy
Hello.
and the bear.
In a melee,
Sure, Arnie can fight.
5 on 5. Can you arrange a battle?
Maybe
Us 5 against
There's
another 5?
We could
the
each do our own.
champion of Ainslabid,
House versus house.
the giant of the homeland, they call him.
Not giant.
He kind of smiles like real wickedly, like we could bring him down and we could have 5 champions of Docca Terra versus the 6 men from Clarion. I don't know. This is the first time I've thought of
I
this.
do like
You're
those
getting
odds.
my hopes up now. Let's.
You know,
You would take this as payment for my brother.
I've have to been a bit too docile since we've been in town.
I will have to discuss with the Fighters Guild, but this is something that is so grand of a scale, so grand. I mean, we couldn't. I mean, we've got so much money on this fight now. I mean, do we cancel this fight and lose our money we've already bet? I don't think so.
Perhaps
No.
he goes through with his.
No.
Yeah,
I think
we
we
do
might-
the
And then-
1, and then we do the
we
2,
step
and
in.
that counts as 4. And
Kinda. Gets back on his heels and
We've
his
been known to
metal
put on a
arm
show.
kind of moves over with him.
This would get us into the fighters area.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we could be an opening show before the main combat with the champion.
Yeah, we could. I mean, I mean,
Well,
He
perhaps
leans
we
over
could let him
to,
do the
his-
scheduling.
he's
Yes.
trying to turn us into a boy band.
Well, I think we're fighting.
I don't mean opening show, I mean like the opening event.
Oh, okay.
yeah, he means like
Or the undercard.
Yeah, the preliminals or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, it's not my life on the line here. So
Well, it
if you
won't
could
be
take
ours
out a
either.
few rag here men, that would be just the sweeter. That would be the sugar on the pie, the salt on the pretzel, the caramel on the apple. I mean,
I do like a good pretzel.
I'm assuming no one brought pretzels this morning.
I'm pretzeled out. I'm done.
Could go for a pretzel right
Bullshit!
50,
But seriously,
52.
Pretzel
about
would have
this?
sealed the deal.
Visar's got his quarters in the corner. We'll take a break for the day. You can discuss with your brother. You can discuss the plan and maybe.
Well, if we can fight and free your brother, I think we should do it. I have faith in us.
now. I do too.
I am not leaving this guild without him.
Well,
I have faith in myself. That's all I need.
If it's another thing I can bet on to make a little bit of coin, I think I'd be in.
I think the back alley boys are
Back in town.
we're back.
Back out. He's back, baby.
All right.
The Babs.
Backstreet
Oh,
Boys.
he's just grinning like, all right. I mean, God, I wish I could be in there with you lads. Really do. Oh, this will be so grand. So 5 champions versus the men from the road. Oh boy, I will get started today. I will.
Make the preparations.
You might have to go into the little. It's the Fighters Guild. It's the one in the center of right here in Larland there, and you might have to fill out some paperwork and put your names down to be able to actually fight. And
Pen to paper. My enemy.
yes, you just can't. You have to pretty much sign up and sign a waiver, and so your mothers can't sue us, and like it was your own free will. All the small details of a large city, I'm sure Jasper will tell you further about, but one fight to reign them all, one ring.
To bind them.
Oh, the Niruitho champion, Angela B champion. Oh my. What if we win this fight tomorrow? We'll have the Clarion champion in our corner with his mad lust brother and his lion of a friend, his gnomish wise man, and the singing friend and the large but not so large giant. I like it.
Minotaurs are playthings.
This will be a story to put into the guild hall to show that Lanthier is the greatest Dominus of all time. To be so fortunate and lucky enough to pick the one man, that the one brother with the friends to destroy everyone's champions, the champion of Docca Terra in the household of Larlevier.
Let's get this straight, though. We are fighting for your house as payment for our brother.
Yes, you'll get a percentage of the cut.
No, he will be free.
Yes, of course.
And a
Oh, yeah.
percentage of
And
the
a
cut.
percentage
And
of the cut.
percentage of the cut.
Oh,
Slow your tongue, Orion.
so
I think
we will go ahead, my dear friend Arrn'ess. I'm just too excited.
as much as I'm giddy about this family reunion, I think we need to go make some preparations.
Aye.
Because the scale just got a lot bigger.
Yes, let's
Get my
go
war face on.
sign our names up and we'll go see if we can get some preparations done.
Preparation age.
You hear him say, "Wine! Bring the wine and women! Wine and women! The Varix!
Well,
The Varix!
maybe one wine.
Oh, yes!
No, Jasper, we
Take
gotta
care of my dear friends! Oh,
we
let
can have one roadie.
Primus shine down on us today! Prime, I tell you,
The group is come
prime!
flocking to
As he
Jasper.
walks back into the blue sapphiric building and leaves you 6 just in the sand, and still as the sand whips up from the breeze and the wind that flows through with a nice 72-degree day in Clarion.
We will get you out of here, Mark.
Yeah, I just hope these men are as worthy as you say.
I mean, I haven't seen their sword arm yet, but we know Orion's got a strong back.
There's already rumors of the giant from the homeland that's, I've already heard whispers about him through here, and hoping I wasn't going to have to fight him. But I didn't know about the 5 victories, though, so that's,
Yeah.
that's good to know. I thought I would be
No
stuck here
shit.
forever.
I'm
so
something of a giant myself. So,
I wonder if he...
Are you
Don't
giant
worry
like your
about it.
people?
So, what? Introduce
Wait,
myself.
I'll-
To an ant, even you are a giant.
it just depends on the race of giant.
Yeah.
But,
It is
like
actually
fire
getting
giants
more-
are like super tall, cloud giants are even taller, hill giants are like 12 feet or something.
So,
Oh, they're big.
They're big.
just a little bit of introduction before we move off and get the wine and women that the Dominus was so graciously willing to give us. I am Vark of the Diantho clan, as you know, my younger brother. We're from the Athel Woods, and also known as Quan Forest.
forest dwellers.
What is your names? I know, obviously, my good friend and brother Orion, and
I'm Drystan Durdale from the Durdale Forest.
puts his thumb to his forehead. Nice to meet you, Gnome.
Jasper Vermilion at your service, my lord.
He looks over. He's a crafty one, ain't he?
He is.
Very nice
Sharpest
to meet
thing
you.
on him is his tongue.
Very nice to meet you,
Hey,
sir.
my dagger's got a blade as well.
And you, big man,
Winder.
respectfully, as he puts his thumb there.
Winder from the northern tribes.
I would assume you're from the homeland. Maybe being on our side will be a victory come forth, and blood on the sands will be our name.
Oh, I can speak giant.
Nice.
Should take on the
Come.
moniker of Spartacus.
Come.
As much as I would like to indulge in the women and wine, I've got some groundwork to do.
Yes, we've got some business to attend to now that we've signed up to a death match.
Agreed.
My favorite.
I do think partaking in the wine right now is not a good idea.
Welcome to the blood pits, as they always like to tell me.
This is just like home.
But
Puts his arm around Arrn'ess, and understand y'all have things to do. What free men have things to do, and more wine and women for me. Be all right.
pat him on the stomach. Just don't drink yourself stupid. You got a big day tomorrow.
The wine's for the women, not me.
Oh. A little bit of lubrication, huh?
No, it's just I like a drunk, sloppy one.
You should try the banana strawberry. Hey, it's a
Quite-
sure thing.
It's quite good.
Good thing you didn't lose your sense of humor.
You know I like the spinners, my boy. All right, get out of here. We'll see ya. I will keep an eye out for all you gentlemen when I prepare tomorrow.
Aye.
Feel safe here by yourself, brother?
Oh yes, these other men are. That's why I'm the champion or the challenger so quickly. These others are peasant, like skills that try to claim they're bold until one swift stroke and they cry.
Well, where ought we be headed?
We should go get our names on the roster.
Yeah.
So we'll head to the Fighters Guild.
Where's that?
It's
This
that
way,
middle
in the
it's
center.
Yeah, that,
there.
you saw walking up to
Yeah.
where like you can even see on the map
by
on the
the
Southern
Colosseum.
Clash. There's a smaller. There's like a smaller fighters guild in the middle of the Blue House, which is Larlanthier, and then the Harrier house that's up a little further north. So it's just the
Gotcha.
center one. It would have been the first house you saw while walking in. So it's a tannish brown, about half the size of this bluer house. This house that you're in now, Laura.
All right. I'll start heading that way.
Yeah.
That way.
Larlanthier house.
Well, boys, do you think we can handle it? I feel quite confident.
I think we really need that poison now.
We've got to make a bigger batch nowadays. We've got 5
Very
others to
strange.
poison.
How the fuck do you make enough for a giant?
Maybe 3 strength will affect him a wee bit.
How are we going to force feed a giant?
I don't
How's
think
that?
that would be a problem. I think he'll be too stupid not to eat it.
Perhaps he'll just
True
be
that.
hungry. But
Maybe we can
I think it's time we have a serious talk about our abilities.
spike it in the wine as well,
We're going into a death match.
or the water.
I can help with that. I mean, I can help with it in the beginning. Just run in and I can fear them.
So how's everybody's fighting ability?
Well,
You hold your own?
I'm not the. To be quite frank, I'm not the best in hand-to-hand combat. I can handle my own, but
But in a group setting?
in a group setting, I think I can help bolster up the party, give us some inspiration throughout the event, help
Alright.
point out their weaknesses,
Morale's important.
give you positions to strike.
Orion?
I was raised in the pride.
This clause
I have
was
known
sharp.
nothing but fighting my whole life, and I'm still alive.
It's good to hear. Arnie?
I can do short or long. probably do short here because there's no point in me backing up in a 30-foot ring.
Right.
So I'll
Best
be up
engage in
front.
melee.
Yeah.
And Winder,
I'm going to take the hits.
could take the hits.
Take a hit.
I guess you have a big sword with you.
I have an axe and a big shield.
axe. Those weapons look quite mighty.
Ah,
And you've already seen the dancing bear, but its claws and teeth are quite sharp.
I've got another. Occasionally, I can
And I've
play
got
a good enough tune where I can pick someone that has fallen back up, give
Wonderful.
them another chance to fight on.
I kind of pull out my good berries from my pouch, and it's like, I can have some of these ready tomorrow too. If you go down, I can pick you right back up.
Those
You'll
look
be
quite
weak,
tasty.
but it'll be enough to keep you going.
I have a wee bit of healing.
And I can also, I've got some magical ability as well. I can sling spells if I need to. Just do what the situation calls for. And of course, my sling. Start spinning it around.
Shillelagh.
But I think we'll be able to handle ourselves.
I think
And then I
that-
kind of cast like primal savagery real quick, so it like it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Like turns my teeth and like my fingers into like claws and my teeth into like these razor sharp teeth, and I just kind of like and I've got this, and like acid kind of like drips off my fingers and teeth too.
Jesus.
You see it kind of just burn the ground below us. So I'm a bit of a wild one. I think we can handle this.
Other than signing up, does anybody have any other ideas of supplies or things we should get? I'm thinking we ought to scope out the champion's house tonight.
We are pretty hard up on cash.
I,
You were
like-
pretty hard up on cash.
Very hard up on cash.
Well, we threw down our past life's wages on a wager.
if I could
That we're going to win.
double up a few times at the Luxon with
It'd be nice to get some. It'd be nice to get some more coins so we could bet on ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we shouldn't have used all of it.
Are there banks in this town?
There is also a couple of.
Are there loan sharks?
There's a.
Yeah, named Jasper Vermilion.
I gotta print this week. I'm gonna try to print out a large map so I can show y'all. But there is a larger red building that is almost like across, like diagonally from the Luxon, and that's like that side of the city's like bank.
Okay.
Okay.
It's got like a small wall around it. It's almost like the entrance into
We're just
that
curious.
area.
Taking out a personal loan, are you?
What
Forcible loan.
what do you have as collateral?
Those
My
berries.
leg.
My kneecaps.
I don't have much, but perhaps if there's some way we could get a loan. I'm not sure, but it would be nice to make quite a bit of coin.
Oh yeah.
I don't even have much worth selling.
So
All
at
I've
that
got is
shop,
what's
it
on
was
Y'all have possessions?
each one of those vials was just one.
One dose.
One dose. All right.
I think we can handle the fight.
I can.
My
Go try
biggest
to-
concern is weakening Varg before he gets in the fight with us.
We've
you
got
know?
the pretzels.
We've got the resin. The resin seems to be a
'Cause-
fine idea.
Well, I think
Probably
Varric's
take
gonna
that
fight, and then we're gonna do our own fight.
You
He's gonna
assume
join us for
before
the
you
fight.
left, he kind of like just non-RP wise or whatever. He did say it'll probably be like he's gonna have to get these champions from train probably down here. So you would assume with the way travel is, it'd be a couple of days after the Varg fight,
Oh.
before.
Okay, so
So-
Varg's gonna fight first, and then
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
fight another time.
Yeah, that's why he said like we've
Gotcha.
already got a lot of coin on the Varg fight. So
Yeah,
I
don't want that to go away.
Yeah, we don't like we'll lose all our money on
So
that.
I-
All right, so
I think we could afford to buy the poison, and then we pitch in, reimburse a little bit.
I'll take care of the poison. I'll go acquire it. If my man here will get the supplies to make his goods.
Have you got your gold situation worked out?
Oh, I've got to go through some finances, go through the books, see what I can manage. But I'll do what I can.
Mm.
Now that my life seems to be on the line as well, I seem a bit more willing to to part with a bit.
Now my junk's on the line. I might have to buy that poison.
Winder, are you with us? You haven't said much.
I'm watching.
You're with
paying
us?
Attention.
Winda doesn't look like a man that backs down from any fight.
He
that
does
comes
not.
his way.
I'm not allowed to. It's not
He's been
my
trying to
blood.
fight since he got here.
Please don't
So I was saying,
assault
I
my
feel just
doorman
at home
anymore.
right now.
Just making sure you're with us.
Yes,
Always.
I've been
I don't think any
growing a
fucking
bit
5
restless.
people
I'm
could take us
looking
out.
for a fight, honestly.
Be hard
I
pressed.
see, that was very ferocious, that bear roar that you...
A bit pent up. Need a release.
Y'all walk up towards this fighters guild. The doors are just wide open, and there's more of an inn to their left where you see a couple of half orcs. You see a full orc in here as well, with a tiefling and another Goliath just sitting down, eating some bread and drinking some wine, and they've got bones in their hand, and they're rolling bones. And you kind of hear some grumblings and stuff like that, and one of the there's a elf at the bar, and you continue to walk up, and there's a large, like, golden desk. It almost looks like it's made of gold as it shines, and there is an elvish man sitting there, like, stamping stuff with a stamp, like, looks up at you, and you know he has like no one of his eyes is gone, but he has no patch. It's just a empty slot. You know, so.
Let me stick my finger in it.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Oh, we're here to sign our names, sign some consent forms,
Yes.
to put our lives on the line.
How much you gonna wager for? Like, as in, how many fights are you gonna take?
Not just the one.
One fight.
Aye, one fight for now.
Well, so you're free, man, I'm assuming.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm free to walk around, as free as any man can be.
All right, let me... Phyllis, get the forms. So, one fight for all of you. All 5 of you, eh? Oh, it's a big man, little man. I've done it before, just remember.
Looks like you survived.
Joey One Eye. Nice to meet you. What can I do for you?
Just here to sign the name.
All right. Little
Short-term
little
memory loss,
halfling
too.
girl that you can't even. You hear the halfling girl's feet
CTE.
on the pavement as she gets up. She's like, all right, we'll sign your name.
Did y'all have crayons?
I'm gonna read over this document, if you don't mind. We go over it, make sure I'm not
For
subscribing
one,
to...
for 5 copper, you may step in the ring and
5
fight.
copper.
We gotta pay 5 copper?
No, they give you 5 copper
Oh, okay.
to fight for one fight,
Jesus.
and if you die, your body belongs to the kingdom of Dominion of Lost Varak, and they
Oh,
will
God.
burn you and bury you in the gladiator area of other fallen men.
Sounds like a mass grave.
Will they
And-
send the 5 copper to your
The
next of
hole
kin?
behind
No.
the shooter.
And
Pay for your burial.
Yeah.
They'll charge your next of kin 5 copper.
this is just a signed content, signed to make sure that you'll show up there. And it's like if you do not show up for the fight, you are wanted.
Oh,
will be
God.
sent to mercy, or you may pick the gallows. Like,
Jesus.
Wow.
Do it look like it's on the up and up?
We should talk about this 5 copper. You're dealing with this town's soon-to-be MVP, sir. I think we were owed a little more than 5 copper.
well, my friend, it's just the way the Primus wrote the laws back 200 years ago.
But
5 copper was a lot back then, and it's just the way it is. As you
Damn
know,
inflation.
you could rise to the ranks, and your second fight may be 5 silver. Then you'll have other Dominuses requesting you to fight, and then that's when you were like, no, I won't fight for 5 copper. You'll fight for whatever gold you want. But for now, it's we give you 5 copper to show your skills and see if you can get better. Earn the Primus.
We're not in this for the money. Anyway, and I'll reach down.
This is
and
the
I'll-
G League.
I'll sign
It's
my
the
name
G-
on the top. It's real big and like flourished, and the M in vermilion has 2 dots over it. Looks like a couple big set of titties.
You get a stamp of there's a red stamp of a large P that's like this big on the paper. It's
I signed my name, and the only thing I know how to write, Druidic. It just looks weird
Just
to
take
them.
a turd and smear it across
Your
the
real
page.
name?
Yeah. I mean, it's unreadable to them.
Are there crayons?
You may eat them.
Hey, big
Just
man.
lick
Eat them.
I'm sorry, you just have to sign the paper. An X will work if you
Well-
don't have a signature.
I'm gonna take the tip of my finger and sign blood.
Okay.
Ooh.
Alright. That's we know where to find you with the magic we like to hold. Thank you. You big man from the homeland. Prime indeed. Ah. You little elvish man. What's
I
he
was
winks
gonna
at
poke
you,
my
but it's
thumb,
really
but-
just him closing his eye.
I was gonna poke my thumb, but now I'm just gonna sign it after hearing that.
Aye,
I think they've got you by the balls there, Winter.
I'm gonna mumble about 5 copper. Stick my paw in the ink and slam it down on the fucking
Alright.
page.
So y'all leave there with the 5 copper apiece. They hand you a
Not
little.
broke anymore, lads. And I'm flicking my copper in the air. Catching
Now
it as we
remember,
walk.
lads, we will send out invitations for the next week, for the next fights in a couple of days. Probably you better show.
I will be there.
We will be there.
There's always VIPs for fighters tomorrow too with the blood pits. You'll get grounding seats for all the fighters.
Well, that's interesting.
Is there a...
You don't have to fight the crowds. You can sit right there at the bars and watch the blood and get you a little bit of experience.
I think we'd very much appreciate them seats.
Look at us stumbling forward.
In your pouch you got a coin there. It's also copper and it's got an engraving of the Primus head. That just means you're a gladiator now.
Very cool.
Just so that to tell everybody that you shed the blood in the sands, the blood pits for the Primus. Prime.
Nice.
All right, we've got to be on our way now. Got some things to be about.
Alright.
We'll be seeing you then.
Nod his head.
Be sure to stay on your good side.
Nods his head and gets a rag and dabs his open eye. It's not anything
A little
there.
leaky.
Get an eye patch, you fuck.
No, this is a pride that I've got that I've lost it in the pits. Good day, sir.
Yeah, I wish you would have found it.
No,
So,
it's a badge of pride.
where now?
Well,
I've got to run by the inn.
check up on funds.
To the casino.
To the casino with my 5 copper.
What time of the day is it?
I'm
right
taking my 5 copper and I'm
Still
going
probably
right back to
midday.
that same
Just
game.
now, rolling into midday. Maybe it's not even high noon yet. They've only been out for maybe a couple hours.
Gotcha.
Just a wee tip. Just how about 1 coin at a time on your bets?
I'm going to the casino. I'm putting my 5 copper on that same game.
Oh no.
Oh, you have to.
Was that unforgiving
Yeah, it was the
vortex?
shitty one, the one that has the worst odds. Where you have to roll like a 7
or 11.
Yeah, you got to roll 7 or 11.
Or 2 1s or?
Yeah, 7 or 11.
2 1s was 21.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, unforgiving vortex was a 7 or 11.
I would run back in there and slam my 5 copper on the table.
It's a nice bed, lad.
Ah, it's a 12. I go. I stomp my foot and I run back
Couldn't
out.
see that coming.
Fuck! God damn it!
We're getting this whole
You have
gambling
the,
thing, are we?
You have the 5 token red.
I put that on
coins.
the fight already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so just walk right back
That's
out.
all you've been betting.
Put my head down.
I'm gonna collect some coins and go back to the shop. Go back to Zane's.
Okay.
You're a degenerate.
Stroll in there.
You go through the
You just gotta
beads.
make it back. I'm in the hole.
Zane looks up to you. Oh,
Oh, I rolled a 7.
back
on the second roll.
again, friend.
Yes, yes. It seems. I was quite interested in the supplies you had here. I think I was gonna try to acquire me some if maybe we could come to a deal.
What?
What was it called? The first one that made him sick.
Yeah, I'm
and-
trying to find it. Now I can't find it. Dang it. Oh, here we go. It was Erwurg. Erwurg. E-R-W-R-G.
You can get it for 150.
Yeah, 150. It's got to be ingested.
I'd like try to get me a royal that Erwurg there.
Okay.
It's a bit steep in price, though. I know you don't deal in promises, but if this one works the way that it's advertised, I know I'd probably be back here in a day or so to get me a few more. Maybe you can knock a bit of the price off to, if you believe in your product.
Give me 3 for 275.
3 for 275. That's a mighty fine deal. I've only got 250 here in my pocket, though. Would you take 250 for the 3?
Roll persuasion.
16 plus 9, I believe. 25. Plus 7. Oh.
If you like 25, right, or something like that.
16 plus 9. Yeah.
25.
Okay. Well, now you're robbing me. He gives you a smile. As long as you'll be back.
Well, I have a feeling I'll be a very good customer to you here pretty soon.
Just feed it to the man that was in here last. And then we'll make this work.
Oh, I think I know the bloke you speak of. Well, it'll get put to good use, and maybe I'll come back with a tip if you've got some coin you want to bet on some fights coming up.
Is that so?
Yes.
So what should I be looking for to possibly bet?
The current champion may be taking a fall to the up and comer. We may be able to guarantee it.
He puts a gold on the table from what you just gave him and says, "So, what's this fella's name?"
What is the fellow's name?
Lars.
Yeah.
No, are you talking about the challenger?
Yeah.
It's his brother, Vark.
Vodek.
Vark.
Vark
I'm
will
at
be
the
fighting
casino.
Tomorrow against the champion. What's the guild that he's at? The house,
He
the
is
house.
at I should know this. For some reason, I can never. Larlanthier.
Larland Theatre. Will be presenting him as the challenger. He, I can all but guarantee his victory. It should be a good payday for anyone willing to take the gamble.
If he wins and I get my coin, you might say you're always welcome here at a discount than the others.
I think we can have a nice partnership from here on out.
Yes. Do you look like a fancy man with what you're wearing? Do you have an establishment of your own?
Oh, I do. You've probably heard of it. Round the way, past the Luxon a bit, the Summer Court.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yes.
Yes.
Heard of it.
Stop by any time after you've closed down. We'll give you a discount on some drinks.
Maybe I've been in the Clash District for so long and haven't reaped the benefits of such information before. It tickles my fancy to know that someone might be looking out for old Zane. Maybe we'll have to walk into the Summer Court and check the establishment out and come up with a partnership or something, maybe, if this all works out to my benefit.
Well, it sounds
Appreciate
like
your
Boobs and dick pills.
a mighty fine meeting here. If I'm not around, my man Woodrow at the Summer Court, he'll take care of you. I'll give you a description, and he'll know when you come.
It's all right. I like that. Nice to meet
Reach
you.
out,
Yeah.
shake his hand, take my vials.
Turning into a nice day. Nice day indeed. As he just walks through his beads, and you can still smell the cinnamon, and then you smell the slight aroma of fireweed as you begin to walk out.
We got 3 for 250.
Very nice.
Dare you
I just went
discuss
back to
that
the Summer Court and I'm just sitting at one of the booths smoking my pipe.
As you go back to the, walk into the Summer Court, there's actually people in here. The first time
Holy shit.
that you've really noticed. There's 4 individuals sitting in a corner table.
They must be lost.
They are
They might
in
be
a
trouble.
a very blood-stained discolor, though. It's not blood. It's like a maroonish red coats and blue and reddish pants.
Okay.
One is 2 of them are Goliaths and 2 of them are Elvish.
Who else
No, you
walked
got
in?
2. No, you got 2 half orcs. Sorry, 2 half orcs and 2 Goliaths.
Who was there?
As you just them 4 there in the booth, but Woodrow and Bruder. You still see your normal brute, and Woodrow looks up at you as you walk in. Well, hello there, little one. Where's everybody else at?
Oh, they be handling some errands around town. I came into some coin, so I went to the casino and it failed again.
You would like a drink there, sir?
Well, I don't have any coin to pay for it.
Oh, Vermilion told me that you're a good lad, and you can have a drink on the house. I'm sure.
I'll take one small.
Not hear of this.
I'll take a small one.
Tara, Lara, Mara. One of them runs out and
Clara, Tara, Mara.
sets down a smaller halfling size thing of a
Yeah.
ale too.
Oh, thank you, Woodrow.
And then, no problem.
You know who these fellas are?
He shakes his head.
Never seen them before?
You're like at the bar talking to him, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, kind of.
While he's talking, I want to take just a side eye look. Like, are they carrying weapons?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
No one else is there either, are we?
Nah, I think I'm
Not
here by
yet.
myself.
I think he cashed out already.
17.
You see, what looks like hammers, like a small hammer.
Like weapon hammers or
Mhm.
working? Okay.
It's almost like
Coming
sitting
to
next to
collect.
their. It's like they're sitting next to their legs.
Okay. Well, I
That
want to
goes
kind of
up to
like,
their knee.
while I'm talking to Woodrow, I want to kind of slide to the corner of the bar and sit at that corner spot where I can just kind of keep them in my periphery.
Just you just kind of hear them kind of grumbling of, well, what'd you hear about last night with all that shit that was going on with them kin blades? Yeah, the streets were filled with blood over there at the warehouse district. We don't know what's going on over there. Yeah, we got to figure this shit out. I hope Boss Man's right about this. I hope we're doing the right thing here. And as you hear that, you see your companions kind of rolling in. You see Jasper with kind of a little taking a step like he always walks, and
I try to
Arrn'ess not as brooding.
give them an eye. It's not too over the top. I'm just
What is everyone's passive perception?
yeah, this will be slight to catch.
12.
So.
10.
Yeah. 10.
Actually, 11.
Rowdy, what's your Oh, you're looking.
My passive is 16.
You want to maybe roll a sleight of hand, see
Okay.
how well you can kind of pull this off with.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's 10.
That is a 22.
Nice.
You see this kind of, you're pretty perceptive just out the corner of your eye. You're always kind of looking around as you've been in the forest, you're a ranger, and kind of see at the corner of your eye the kind of a head nod from your gnomish friend. You gentlemen just kind of are walking into the bar as Woodrow kind of greets you and nods.
I'll walk over towards him. Can we get you any drinks or anything?
He's the one that nodded.
Yeah.
But who do you
You walk up to
yeah,
those
who do you
guys?
I'm
walk?
walking to those guys.
So you see those guys and you walk to them?
Yeah.
So
Well, he
immediately-
sprints up to him. I'm just
I'm not sprinting up to him. I'm just walking up to him like
As he
I
goes
just
up,
walked
like-
in like I'm late for my shift or something like
so
that.
there might be
I was
trouble.
walking up to Woodrow.
What's that?
You just-
I
what
whisper
are
to
you
you,
doing?
there
Same
might
thing,
be
walking
trouble
around.
here.
Just walking up to the bar.
Winder, what are you gonna do while walking
I'm
in
gonna
here?
keep an eye on the Goliath, kind of head towards.
You're gonna follow him?
Yeah.
I'm trying to quietly whisper to Jasper that there might be trouble.
Okay. What do you mean? Well, I mean, we got drinks here.
Just checking on y'all, making sure the patrons are taken care of.
You know what's funny is we've been looking for a man like you
Man like me?
and your companions.
Huh. Well, what could you possibly want with someone like us?
They all kind of chuckle. Oh boy, I didn't realize we were dealing with a firecracker there.
They're I'm gonna reach into my
He
little
kind of like
pouch,
says it a little loud.
grab 3 stones, and just be like,
I'll go ahead and start walking up behind.
Moon Mother bless these stones, and cast
Brood
magic
kind of
stone
looks
on
back
these
at
things.
you, like, and kind of like, he gives an emotion like he normally does, like, should I shut this door?
Give him a nod.
So he stays outside, and you kind
Drop
of
one
hear
of
the
my-
clinking of the door shut.
Kind of start standing up.
You see Woodrow kind of
Drop one of my magic
You see
stones in my
Woodrow kind of
sling.
put his hands into the bar a little bit and looks at y'all, and
Do we have a problem here? I don't think I know you, friend.
well, you wouldn't know an Oxheart if it hit you in the face.
Hmm.
As he pulls his chair out really slowly, the guy you were just directly talking to, and he's standing up.
Definitely loading my
Who'd you go
sling.
to?
I'll
One of the
put,
Goliaths
I'll
or
put
the
my
escort?
arm on his fucking thing and push him
probably
back
Goliath.
down into his
One of the
chair.
Goliaths. You put his roll a
Or I'm gonna
strength
try
check.
to anyway.
While they're all getting all hostile, I'm gonna try to spring forward and be like, friends, 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 friends.
I was like about to launch a stone.
Why don't we all just take a breath here, see what our companions are all about before we get all hostile? I'd hate to bust up this fine establishment. I know tables get
16?
expensive.
Okay. He yeah, he kind of goes and sits up, and you kind of put him back down as he's got
Nice.
the lower. Yeah, you've got the higher ground,
Badass.
and he's like, listen, just don't have to go to blows, but we're not scared to hit a few measly prospects of the mist. We've been watching Fallen Song. We've been watching Jade.
Well, we
There's some
certainly aren't
rumblings
worried
going
about
on
you
within the
lads.
city, and as you know, you're damn close to Oxheart territory.
So the Oxheart are the other guild.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you're right on the corner, and there's like stops like right at your like, cause you're almost like the border.
Okay.
Well, if
You
you,
know what I
lads
mean?
want to rumble, you can meet me and Ponyboy down by the fountain.
Look, we're not here to burn down an establishment. We're here to make an
Yeah.
offer.
Well, I like to hear an offer.
Well, Dally
Listen.
won't be pleased.
I'm the recruiter of the Oxheart. We're not going to sit here try to let the mist take over something that's this close to our territory.
What's your counter offer?
Sorry, 1 second. I gotta get this gentleman's name because y'all are about to ask me.
Who
I was about
who
to
is it
launch
that I speak to?
I almost launched a stone at his head. Like I thought it was going south real fast.
It's still not. It's
Yeah.
still very, very like
Tense.
heated. Yeah, it's very, very tense at this point. It's like,
I'm lounging in my chair.
Oh yeah, I've got
and
my
the other
fucking
three,
sling loaded.
the other
up.
three have little medallions. That's an ox, like 2 ox horns
That's cool.
that come out, and it's like a ruby color instead of the mist is like a silver.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like growling almost. Like he puts his hands to them. Like, listen, I don't care what Fallen Song's giving you. They're just we're gonna have to band together. We need the men.
What do you propose to do for our services?
Well, what is it you're looking for?
Well, the mist has
5,000 gold.
very, very helpful in helping me get the establishment started, helping me find work, helping me find coin. What
Well,
has the Oxhearts done for me so far?
Made sure it didn't
you,
burn down.
You never even have found your way into the bar for a drink? This is my first time meeting you boys.
Well, as you might know, this is our. I think it's time we get a foothold on the boundary line between the mist and the hearts.
I think maybe it's a time that we start to intermingle the two. I think we can see a fine partnership between the Mist and the Oxhearts. We've got the brain here with the Mist, and maybe the brawn with the Oxhearts. We can make a real move against the others.
You know, I understand that this is your establishment, but I'm just going to warn you right now. If you say no, this establishment just might not be here the next time you walk in.
I want to get up.
Yeah, I'm. I get real ready after that comment.
Is that a threat from your boss?
That's in fact a threat.
All right.
He told me to come in here and tell you to chill out with the mist, and you join the Oxhearts. If you don't join the Oxhearts, this establishment might just be done.
Well, what else is in it for us other than threats against our life and our establishment?
Well, we'll make this a stronghold for the Oxhearts, and we'll come in here and we'll drink your ale and pay you money. You'll become one of our, you might say, lantern men, to where we'll kind of owe you a debt, and you'll be a part of us, and we'll turn this city into something they've never seen before.
I've seen the way you Oxhearts treat the establishments you frequent. It seems they're repairing more tables and chairs, more than enough to than the drinks that you buy.
You hear a clatter at the front door as Brood gets shoved in to the front door, and another Goliath gentleman walks up. How's it going, boss? Large Goliath, about 10 foot tall. Closes the door.
Me standing at my 3'7". I'm pretty near to this. I turn around and face him.
I haven't seen one my own size in a while.
You see,
You
turn
best stay
around
right
and
there,
you,
son.
And you turn around and you see Woodrow with the gun pointed at him.
Yeah,
But
you got a
stop your roll.
blunderbuss behind
Yeah.
the bar.
Yeah.
I turn around to him. You best stop right there.
Talking to the big man.
Yeah.
I think you've wandered into the wrong establishment
I think this
with
is
the wrong plan. If you'd have come at us a little with a little more tact, you might have been able to make a deal. But threatening me and my friends and my establishment, you've done messed up poorly.
Okay, let's do something real quick.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
I'll break his kneecaps.
Good. We
don't
need
know
to
what's
work
gonna
out some
happen.
battling.
I don't know what's gonna happen. Let's just do
Well,
this.
we're about to whoop
We
some
know
ass.
what's happening.
Yeah.
I've got the one downstairs.
About to make
This
some
one might
quick
be better.
coin.
I was a little nervous when I got there by myself and they were all there. I was like,
We're gonna have to pick out some
Damn.
minis for everybody.
Yeah,
else.
mine will
This
come out
is-
tomorrow.
This is the bar.
I want the tallest man.
And right here, we're gonna do one out of this is the walls.
Okay.
okay.
So
Like
this
the
is
white ones?
No,
Outside
we'll
of the
just
white.
do
Okay, just outside the
just
white.
like outside. We'll do here. So
So white would be as far over as you could get because the other is the wall.
yeah, this is the wall.
Oh, okay.
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 So
Cool.
y'all can lean up against
In
here.
this space?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
This is. Let's see here. This is gonna be the table y'all are sitting at, right?
Okay.
Where's
Get a couple
the-
more. Let me get a couple more.
So y'all are over at the table. Me and him are more by the front door.
Yeah, this is gonna be the front. No, this is just gonna be another table.
Wait a minute.
Sorry, one second. I
You're
didn't.
good.
Can I throw you
You're fine.
as you transform into a paper?
Yeah, I think that would work in a bigger space.
Give a spiral.
You want to use this as like the bar top?
Ouch. Yeah.
Oh,
It sounded painful.
If it's too long, maybe.
I got hard elbows.
That's perfect. Yeah.
We've got a couple more.
Y'all
of
can
these.
sit on this. Y'all can be on these
Okay.
squares here. So we'll
Okay
have.
with that?
Yeah.
Volunteer Drew.
Yeah, that's fine.
This is
If you want
the
to,
door right
if
here.
you want to use these for the border walls all the way around, we can, and then you can use the other ones for
rowdy.
tables.
All right. Now this is gonna be
Here we go.
where are y'all at?
I'm by the front door.
Okay, so this is the front door here.
Okay, so I was kind of sitting at this spot. That's also where Toby is.
So you're like right here, right
Yeah.
behind that guy. That's you,
That's Toby.
Okay. we're
Toby
gonna
should
make-
be with me.
This is a table.
You good there?
And this is
I like that one.
we'll make
I like that model.
this a table. This a table. This a table. This is a bigger table next to here. And here's another table here. This is the door. Just remember these are the walls.
Okay.
And this is the door here. So we got. Sorry, you can sit back.
And were they sitting at the big table?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's.
Do we have one for you out there, Ronnie? This is you.
Is this for me?
So you were
For
with
the time
him,
being.
right?
I was at the table talking to him.
So yeah, you were right there with them. 'Cause that's him. Are you right there?
Yeah, that's fine.
So they're going to be sitting around the
Also,
table.
I can,
Yeah.
I can conquest everybody.
Yeah, we're in a small space.
Hell,
Just stay away from me because when I turn into a bear, I'm going to get big.
okay.
I'm going to take up this much space.
All right.
Oh wow.
So this.
Can I throw you?
Okay, I'm gonna borrow one of these.
Yes,
Is that
yes.
I think that'll work great in other situations.
Yeah,
and I
this
do want
too
to do
small,
that.
right here
Yeah, I'll throw you
is
into
the
a wall
way
if I try
into
it.
the kitchen area.
Okay.
We'll say this right here. Oops.
Somebody get something?
Somebody order food?
You did, didn't you?
Mm.
Oh, you got to see who the door is, Drew.
We will take a break.
Yeah.
You know, we'll take a quick break.
Yeah, that's a
guys.
good idea.
Guys, we'll take a quick break and we'll go from there.
Cool. Pumped about a fight.
I think it might be the kid wanting to do the lead.
And we're back. A little bit of a
Hello.
battle. I know those two on the sides are hallways. So if y'all want to run in a hallway.
These two?
Yes, those are the hallways.
Alright.
Where were we? So you're kind of Woodrow points the gun at the guy in the center. And that's where we'll start it. Like so.
Initiative?
Well, no, like
Yes.
they're kind of. Do y'all want to?
It looks like this.
Yeah,
isn't
like
gonna
we
be
say,
resolved.
Woodrow
you
reaches
walked into
gun.
the wrong bar, my friends.
Okay,
Yeah.
so y'all roll initiative, and we're gonna do it, boys.
Oh, natural 20.
Nice.
Got 20. It's not natural.
So what's your
These
plus?
dice are lucky.
Okay.
I think it's just 1.
Okay,
21.
that's good.
Are you kidding me?
27.
Nice.
Oh, damn.
18 plus 9.
I like the thick red bars for the combat.
Yeah.
Which one is that? Is that wisdom?
It's your initiative bonus.
I know, but what is it? I think it's from
Oh, it's from
Dex.
Dex. Yeah.
That's one.
Golly, terrible. All right, we got 25 to 20.
27.
And I got 20.
20. 21, sorry.
Uh, 20 to 15.
I got 9.
1
14.
second, I got like 5 dudes here. I gotta roll up.
Okay.
So,
There we go, lads.
okay, what you got a 9? What'd you get, Ben?
14.
You got a 14. Okay. You got a 9.
Mm.
Jasper.
Jones and Demal, someone has a bear.
I just go around mending all the broken tables.
I'm done. All right, so we got how many Dragonborns? We got 2 Dragonborns, right?
Yeah.
I see 2 Dragonborns and here and here, and then 2
2
monk-looking
Goliaths.
guys,
Monks. Okay.
And then the one at the door.
Okay. And what is
and then
he?
a Goliath at the door.
Okay, Goliath at the door.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
10-foot tower.
All right.
The
So
bear can
Arrn'ess,
handle him.
you're up.
Alright.
Just do one. Make it one like a Dragonborn one for me,
Yeah,
if you
that's
don't
cool.
mind. If
I'll-
you do attack them, so I know it's.
We'll call him 1, him 2.
Yeah.
The one who's next to me, I'm going to bonus action Hunter's Mark, and then with blinding speed, I flick my double-bladed scimitar out. Just give him 2 attacks real quick.
Cool.
17 plus 7,
It hits.
and 19 plus 7.
Yeah. So you get to hit twice
Mm-hmm.
at level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of
Oh, because it starts.
Yeah.
Because it starts it.
It's one of my abilities.
It's just
that
his very
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Dread
you.
Ambusher.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
And it gets
Very
to
cool.
deal
That's
an
pretty
extra
cool,
D8
yeah.
attack.
Nice. Yeah, which class did you go with?
Gloomstalker.
Gloomstalker, okay.
That's gonna be 17.
17 for the guy at the door.
Or no, he's
no.
fighting Monk 1.
Monk 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just take him completely out as you wave him. Almost a magic aura goes over him, and you stick 2 scimitars in his chest. Blood just pours down his legs. And he knocks over one of the chairs, and blood's just coming right out of his side.
They dead?
Is that your turn on us?
That's it.
Winder, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to cast Channel Divinity, Conquering Presence. So
Okay.
I choose all the enemies in the bar. So I'll have to make wisdom saving throws.
Very nice.
Alright,
So
let's
they become
see.
frightened for 1 minute.
Yeah.
So all of them.
Mm-hmm.
What's the
14.
14? Okay, so
Did we turn the mics back on?
yes, we did.
Cool.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
do I raise that?
Thank you for reminding me.
How do I raise the saving throw on it? Does it just get
What's
better?
your level, right? It's just,
Or like better
Okay.
overall?
The leather monk guy's the
I
only
think it's
one
your
that
spell save
that
DC that will
passed it.
Yeah.
raise as you
So
level.
it's probably your... What's your wisdom at? It's probably based on your
Are you
wisdom
trying to listen to
stat.
it, Ben?
Should have done that before I got started.
Only the monk
Maybe it's based on something else.
fails.
Let's
It's
look
your
at it.
spell save DC.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you want to do?
Is that an action?
I'm gonna go up to the Goliath. Yeah, it's an action.
This guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna get right in front of him.
Stand right here. Because I'm going to take up that space in a second.
Got it.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Dristan's up.
All right, I'm going to
Did
bonus action wild shape into a bear.
You can't. It's not fair, dude.
So I just sit there. You fucked up, lad. I just turn into a bear, get up on my hind legs, and I am going to I'm going to bite him, and then I'm going to do a claws as well. He has multi-attack. Goddamn, I should have had the bear shit ready. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Before we continue, are we doing lethal damage?
Well, one's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one's
I
already
mean, I
dead.
did.
Okay.
But you can change it if you want.
Just wondering.
It's up to
I don't
you.
know if I'll be able to control myself as a bear.
It's
to
not
do it.
up to me. I'm just asking.
Does
Your
bear
bar.
shit in the bar?
It's about to.
So, as a bear, okay, here we go. So, my bite attack, that'll be a 25 to hit.
That hits.
And then I'm going to claw him as well. And that will be a 22 to hit.
That hits. Well, let me see. Yeah, it hits, obviously.
Okay.
What is the gun called again? The I don't think
The like scatter shot one or the
Scatterbox?
Blunderbuss.
blunderbuss, right?
Yeah, there's a blunderbuss.
Yeah, I'm trying to. There it is.
So that's 20 damage.
20 damage to the one at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take a large bite and a
Oh, yeah, that's
slash?
cool,
A bite and a
A
slash.
bite and then claws, yeah.
Yeah, you claw him in the chest and bite his neck. His blood just gushes out of the side of his
Fuck
neck as
yeah.
he lowers down but stands back up.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, he then looks down at you, screams at you, and he's gonna take out his hammer that he has. And
Interceptor would have been pretty good. I don't have Interceptor anymore. I just have Defender.
No, it's good.
But this would work.
I can take it.
It would work.
all right, let's see. Where's it at?
I should roll my bear health.
Normally it says it's.
Saving throw.
Okay. We got 20 to hit,
To hit me? Yeah,
Yeah.
that hits.
and then a natural 1 on the other.
That one will miss.
And he takes
8 is 30 plus 12, so I got 42 health. Good bear health.
11 damage as hits you with his mallet, bludgeoning damage. The other one, he comes across again, but you just kind of take a step back as he whiffs across. Orion, you're up next.
As my bonus action, I'm going to go to a rage. My claws are going to come out. My muscles are going to ripple. My teeth are going to get a little longer. And then I'm going to come behind him and hit him twice with my claws, like.
So you can do it twice at level 2. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the claw attack.
Well,
Go.
it's level 3. It's with the rage is why I get that.
That's cool.
We got a couple of multi-attackers early.
14,
Misses.
11.
Shit.
As you're just so enraged at this time, you kind of.
The bloodlust
You can
distracted
also,
you.
if you wanted to, you've probably seen it as well. You can do the reckless attack next time if you want.
Yeah, I got you.
Jasper, the alien, you'll go say some
I'm going to I'm gonna take a look at the last Dragonborn there, or Dragonborn 1.
At the
There's
door?
Dragonborn 1, Dragonborn 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's mine.
Dragonborn 1.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do my it's the Bardic Inspiration, but the opposite. Let's see, what do we call it? It's
Cutting words or something?
Unsettling Words. I can use my Bardic Inspiration and choose one creature. You can see within 60 foot. And roll the Bardic Inspiration die. The creature must subtract the number rolled from the next saving throw before the start of my next turn.
Okay.
I'm going to do it
Interesting.
on that fella. And that's a 5.
Okay.
And I'm going to,
What's your inspiration?
for my bonus action and then my action, I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
I'm going to tell him, meet your death with joy, my friend.
Roll the natural 1.
So he fails, so he goes...
Dadgummit. Come on, that dumb ox hearts. Roll
So
better.
he goes
He
prone.
starts laughing and he goes prone.
That's freaking twice I've rolled natural 1s.
Cold dice for the
Dadgum
DM.
dummies. Alright, is that your turn? Does he get any damage? No.
No damage. He's
Okay.
just prone.
So,
And
Prone
he's
and
what does he do
incapacitated.
his next?
incapacitated.
What does he do on his next turn? Is it just over?
I think he has to
At
save.
the end of each turn,
The
each
end.
time it takes damage, the target can make another Wisdom saving throw.
So at the end of his next turn?
Yeah.
He
He has advantage if it's triggered by damage.
rolled a does a 4 work? God dog it. So he is down in my The other Dragonborn 2 who's closest to him?
Probably me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did any of them fail his?
The monk did.
Okay.
So
he can
Yeah,
move.
he's gonna come over here, behind here. Nope, that's the wall.
Yeah, he can be there.
That's the wall.
Yeah. So he can
he
get
can
right
be
there.
Yeah, okay. He's gonna get his mallet and swing. You gotta be shitting me, dude. Natural 1 and
Put that dice in jail.
does a 13 hit you?
No.
God damn.
Shifty like a cat.
Now the monk.
So
Wish this could have happened
You
in the
need
championship fight.
you need to check out your rage, because there's something about giving or taking damage. Or is it just you have to attack?
He just has to attack.
Okay, cool.
The
Barbarian.
monk. He can't go closer to Winder. Where's Winder at?
Right here.
Okay,
so he
he's
can
gonna-
move
yeah, he's
here.
gonna move and throw his mallet at him.
He started at
Yeah, whoever is that in front of me right
That's
Arrn'ess.
here. Yeah, Arrn'ess. Okay, he's gonna throw his mallet at you with 2 hands. Does a 23 hit.
Yeah.
nice.
23 hits.
Oh, I mean bad. Sorry.
You take 12 bludgeoning damage. It hits you right in the
Fuck,
chest. You take a
ouch.
half a step back.
Fuck!
When Woodrow points the gun at him and just
Which
fires
guy?
at him,
Which one?
the guy at the door that he had his
Okay.
weapon on. That's gonna hit. His bullets start to pepper him
12 is a
for
lot of
10 damage, 10 piercing damage as it hits him in the chest.
So that's 30 on him.
He kind of staggers back, hits that back, the back door, but stands up straight still. Arrn'ess, you're up.
All right.
You hear a as Woodrow reloads.
bonus action. I'm gonna shift it over to that monk that just nailed me with the fucking maul, and I'm gonna rush him. 1 strike. That's not great. That is 12.
Misses as you're still affected by that large impact into the chest from his larger
Fuzzy
mallet.
vision.
And we are Winder.
Does he have disadvantage on attack rolls with him being on his line of sight? That guy? Later
You
on?
could say if he's looking this way,
Oh.
probably give like a cone of.
So how does this work? So if I attack him, I can just smite?
His second roll
So
was
if
a
you
17. Would that
Okay,
have hit or
okay.
missed?
Then you can apply your smite
Alright,
to
I'm
it.
gonna try and smack the dude, the Goliath.
Okay. The one by the door?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Oh fuck!
Dang, dude.
Level 3, man.
Yeah.
It's just a natty one.
I rolled 8.
Oh, natural 1, auto flunk, Drysdale.
All right, I'm gonna bite him and see what that do before I do my next thing. Ah, god damn it! So my bite's gonna miss. That's an 8,
Yep, miss.
and then I'll come around with my claw for a 12.
So
12.
12 hit to hit, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, misses.
He's just a little too nimble.
Getting a
for
little
me right
tired
now.
after that. You're still kind of getting used to the full fight in here.
Damn.
So guy at the door,
Started off
he
so
is
strong.
gonna.
They're going
Um,
out in 2 turns.
Yep.
He's gonna swing his mallet at the bear. Does a 13 hit
Yes.
for 7 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
He's gonna swing again. That's gonna hit with a 25
Mm-hmm.
for
Doing a great job of tanking.
9
For 9. Okay.
bludgeoning
Hits me
damage.
again.
Yeah.
My bear form's bleeding.
And you just hear him roar in your face with it, like both hands on it. Orion, you're up.
So this guy's prone. You'll have advantage on him.
It is Orion, correct? How
Yeah.
you pronounce it?
Orion, yeah.
Mr. Lone Star, you're up.
I'm gonna go after this guy.
The guy standing, Dragonborn 2.
Dragonborn 2.
Dropped him for a reason, brother.
He's
Yeah.
the one on the ground,
I can
right?
stay there until I kill
Or no?
this guy.
True. Yeah.
There's-
At least he's out of the fight right now. You know.
I guess I will pounce on this dick.
He's going back to Dragonborn 1, who's incapacitated.
Vermilion's sitting there crying.
And that'd be a crit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So, what was that?
Kill that Maja.
Jasper, you're on deck, by the way. You hear me, James?
Yes.
Okay.
8 plus 10. So it'd be 20.
20 on him?
Yeah.
You get one more hit?
Yeah.
He's still alive.
Whoa.
Did you s-
And he's
The
still
damage
advantage.
should trigger a save.
Yeah, it should trigger. So.
Okay. Which you still get advantage because he's prone, so
It just won't be the auto
Yeah.
crit. That
a 10.
He fails.
So he's still down there laughing.
He gets
Uh,
advantage. It was what? When it triggers damage, from damage he gets advantage.
Damn.
So you still have advantage on your attack, Boomer.
That'd be 24.
So,
When he's incapacitated,
It should be an auto
a
crit.
hit
Yeah.
is a crit.
yeah, so you get a crit again, boom. That's
Yeah.
what that's why it spells
We
so
hit him
nice.
down, yeah.
10, 19.
He had exactly 19.
Ooh.
As you like jump on him and you just gouge his, you put like your paw inside of his stomach, and then you rip his stomach out, and then you slash
yeah.
his throat as
Fuck
they
yeah.
like,
Get
you're
the
like
fuck outta here.
Pat, you just like start pawing with his entrails
Yeah.
like it's a yarn ball.
was
you kind of like
That was 37 points.
you kind of like do this to him, kind of. You're like and like throw it up, kind of, and you look around and there's just blood like over Vermilion, all over the like the nice booby pictures. There's like drops of blood in here.
Everywhere. No prestidigitation.
And I'll use my other bardic inspiration.
Is that your turn, boom?
You know what?
Yeah, that was a turn, yeah.
That was a turn.
Just to see what this does really.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I'm going to do Daunting Roar at this
Nice.
guy. It's a Wisdom save.
For Dragonborn 2.
That's a fail. Gosh, I
So
rolled
you are-
9, 4, 5, so that's 3 rolls.
You are frightened of me until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Okay. Very cool.
Nice.
Oh, Jasper.
I'm gonna point at the man across from Arrn'ess, Monk 2, and to join your friend in death, and give him the unsettling word, which gives him a minus 6 on his save
these
against
guys.
my.
He's not a big bad guy. He's like a.
You roll a 5 and a 6 on those?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
He's like pissing his pants right now. Like, why did I come in here?
And I'll
This
cast
is bullshit.
another Tasha's hideous laughter at him.
Is that a wisdom?
Yes.
That's
Go
10.
happy to your death, my son.
So he's laughing
And
too?
He's
Yeah.
laughing and incapacitated.
Oh,
These guys don't have much bonus to wisdom, unfortunately.
Nice.
That's my
Alrighty.
turn.
He's a thug. He's not very wise, I guess.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. The other Dragonborn
Down with a smile on my face.
He's right in front of Orion,
And he's
Okay.
frightened.
and he's frightened.
He's frightened. So he gets disadvantage.
On his
Right.
attacks and
Yeah.
ability checks.
Gonna swing his maul. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
2 strong rolls.
You take 7 damage, halved to 4.
Too
And then
beefy while raging.
Does a 10 hit?
No.
Okay, so he misses there. And then he says, "Spare us! Spare us!" And the monk gets.
Slaughter's just coming all at my jaws.
Ooh, the monk had 15.
The save is 15.
Okay,
So he saves.
so he saves.
So he'll still be prone, just not incapacitated. He'll have to
Yep,
stand up
yep.
on his next turn.
Yep, that was the end of his turn. So Woodrow gets another one at the guy standing up. Gets the shot at him. It hits the ceiling with a natural one, and you hear a gun being like, "Son of!" He's like,
I look back at him.
yeah. So he jams the gun
Hear a
with a
scream from
natural
upstairs.
one.
fixing that.
Yeah, you see him like tinkering with it, like.
It's coming out of your paycheck.
It's been a while since he's fired that thing.
Arrn'ess, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna take one slash at
Got
him.
advantage.
Let's see, 15. And then that's good. So that's gonna be 15 plus 7.
That's a miss.
Yeah, right.
Not yet. Who's this to the guy that got
The
the
monk on
mallet
the
at you?
floor.
Yeah.
Monk
Yeah.
too.
Oh gosh.
So that's
not a
gonna
crit.
be 15 damage.
Nice. You you kind of like do a quick blade strike down, but then you see he's incapacitated, and you look him in the eyes and just barely slide the scimitar into his throat. As he's got.
Nice.
And then I will
Slide in behind the other Dragonborn.
Win.
Vinder.
Can I
Winder.
change fighting styles like mid fight?
What's your final style?
I was defender. I switched to interception. I'm trying them out. I don't know what they do.
Get until tomorrow.
I got you. I got you. I'm gonna.
Tune-up fight.
Guess I'm just gonna swing. Yeah. Go at the Goliath. On a natural one, hopefully. 19 to hit.
That hits.
I'm gonna
Barely.
Can I smite?
Yes.
So what does that add? So just 1d8 on to my attack.
Go to your
Spell
divine smite right now.
level 1.
Right here.
Yeah, it's one. I
What
think
does it
it's
say?
I think it's 3d6 maybe.
There you go.
no, it's a D8. I think.
Yeah, I think it's a D8.
Or 2d8 max.
Yeah, so you
I don't
add a
think it's
D8,
2d8
so
yet.
you'll roll your
Yeah.
weapon damage and a
Which is
D8.
1d8.
Yeah, it's one
And then you
D8.
have to burn a spell slot too.
Yeah. And then second level, it goes up to like 2d8, and then
The
down.
different spell
Yeah.
slots are
Mhm.
more.
Powerful.
So I got 14 damage.
14 damage. What does your smite look like? Is it just a white radiant light? What does your for flavor?
Can it be like
Smell of
almost
pretzels.
dark, like
Yeah.
purple?
It's like a light pinkish purple slides down and off of your sword as it carves through his chest.
The hint of nutmeg.
He's like, for the homeland! As this charge kind of, as soon as your blade connects, you see this purplish pink charge go off as it connects with his armor he has on.
smells like hot
Is that
yeast.
what else would you like to do?
Hot yeast.
Pretzel maker.
That'll be it, yeah.
Is he still up?
I can
Yes, he's still up.
Damn.
Well, no, that's the dude at the door.
Yeah.
Okay, no, you take him out as you just slice his chest, and as it. I'm sorry, I was thinking the other guy. Put my
Everyone's
thing
begging
back
for
in.
clemency.
As it falls back and hits, slides down the wall. As for the longest time, you're like, to the afterlife, to your dog.
There'll be no pretzels in hell.
No, there's plenty of pretzels where he goes. That's what you say. Welcome to pretzel heaven.
We've been assaulted.
I'll take your
Oh, Ryan, you're up.
Jesus.
Oh, no, Drist up. Sorry. As Vermilion in the background. Not the floor.
Oh, wait, can I move?
Yeah, you can move.
I'm gonna move towards y'all.
You can go ahead.
Let's try out this interceptor feat.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's go
We're
there.
keeping somebody alive here.
Right in the middle of y'all. Nice and warm. My kitty and my bear.
My gosh.
Like, do I have advantage?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
He is surrounded.
I think
Okay,
you-
so
I
I'll
think
try
it's
to
an
bite
auto
him.
hit.
Oh my god. 14 for the bite.
To hit?
Mhm.
Nah, it misses.
All right, and then my claws. Oh my god, my dice, and that's 2 misses.
2 misses for he was
He's
in,
like,
he like started skidding from going too fast. Like, oh shit! And he messed up his timing as he goes to slap him. And
Dude, my dice went ice cold. That was
Ryan,
advantage, and I missed both of those.
You're up there, lion
It's
mine.
kind of a crossroads here. I don't think I'll be able to stop myself. I'm
Yeah,
still raging,
you're
so I gotta
raging
go after him.
You're not the smart one. You're like, give me my pride back, Beto.
Guess I keep my mental statistics. So
2
I
more
could probably-
slashes to the dome.
Oh, really?
17 hit.
Misses.
Ooh.
So you glance off of his.
18
You have
hit.
you have advantage, by the way.
Is it 18 hit?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay, so
Okay.
your advantage.
But I just didn't know if you knew you had advantage or not.
This guy's just like pissing
4,
down his
10
leg.
damage.
What is it?
10.
10 damage as you slash at his cheek as the blood starts coming from his cheek. This is the first time you've hit him.
Alright, I'll hit him again. See if I can.
Anybody's hit him.
20.
Yep.
I started
Same
combat
10.
So strong. I hit
10
for
again.
20 damage.
Yep.
Missed my next 4
Warren hits
attacks.
hard.
Jasper,
hurts.
you're up.
I'm gonna run out the front door and check on Brood. We got 35.
Alright, you just see him like on his knee, kind of like rubbing his head, like he just got hit from behind, you know.
I'll give him a little healing word and
Okay.
be well, my friend.
Sorry, boss. He just came up from behind me.
Oh, it's okay. I think we've got it handled. I'll give him a
I'm
healing
gonna
word.
stay here for a second, unless you need me.
No, rest.
All right. So, bad guy is gonna plea.
4. He got 9, so he's
9.
good.
Oh, he's good.
He uses
He's,
plea. It was unsuccessful.
He's like,
Parlay.
puts his hands up and drops his mouth. And,
What kind of
listen,
are ya?
listen. Someone roll a d5 or a d6 for me.
2.
Okay. This is the guy, the recruiter. Listen. I'll do whatever you want. I'll tell them that there was nothing we could have done, and you're willing to listen to us for another meeting or something. I'll tell them you didn't kill these men. Just let me go.
I'm not in the room.
Somebody with a cooler head's gonna have to
I'm
talk,
gonna
'cause
drop
fucking
my bear
kill him.
form.
So we'll just next is Woodrow. So he's like, he's just too busy. He tries to fix his gun.
He didn't have a shot
Arrn'ess,
anyway.
Yeah, Arrn'ess, you're there, right at his feet.
Why do we need your mercy? You're at ours.
Oh, he puts his nose on there and just let me go and I'll make sure this goes away for you. Maybe I can join your group. Maybe we can figure something out. Oh, just let me go. Don't kill me.
I'm a bear. I'm just gonna go.
Yeah. I'm
So
just-
if you want to keep talking, just say when we're gonna do Winder's turn next.
Keep talking. Yeah, I'd rather Jasper handle this situation.
Winder,
he's
you're-
outside.
Yeah, he's outside. Winder, you're up, and you hear this guy you hear Arrn'ess talk. They're having a conversation, but it's you, Winder. Yeah. You also,
First
I mean, it's
test
up to
of
you,
our-
but you understand the manipulation of you can maybe manipulate this guy, maybe. You know.
Or bloodthirsty.
I'm just gonna sit on top of him.
You're gonna sit on top of him. Okay, so you're the bear now, changing back into form.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop as a bonus action. Drop
Okay.
back to my form.
Orion, you're still raging. Would you like to get out?
Oh,
of...
I still have more I can do.
Okay, I was gonna put us back into out of combat.
Oh,
but
we
if
drop
you
in
wanna-
combat. Well, I just want to see something first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I guess we'll have that same situation anyway, so we can drop combat.
I just knew you were a bear and he was raging, so I wanted y'all two to drop
Yeah. So-
before we went out of.
I'm still raging.
Well,
Yeah,
before
that's
the
fine.
turn ends, I'll say. So, What can you offer us to keep yourself alive?
Anything we can think of something. You're smart fellows. You've defeated us.
How do we know you
Orion.
won't just go back to your boss and come back with more men?
That's why you have to trust me. I'll trust you.
I don't know if I trust an Oxheart.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're raging, but you sense, I don't think you're so enraged that you just can't even like get out of it on your own. Like
It's up to you. I don't care
you
either
can
way.
roll it
I think we
out,
might end up
decide.
killing this
Attack
guy
me.
anyway.
Yeah, so you're raging, but you're also smart enough to know, like,
You see, obviously.
Yeah, you
he's
see,
sitting
like,
on
the
top of
bear's
him.
not there, and you're starting to sense of, like,
See, I'm seeing myself as like he's sitting on him, but I'm like panting by his head.
Yeah.
Waiting to
so,
fucking kill
yeah,
him.
so.
Do what you
whatever-
think your character would do.
yeah,
You know?
Regardless, I don't care. I'm just letting you know what's going. I just meant like in further combat, if you yourself are like, well, I'm gonna get out of this rage on this turn, like it's cool. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like there's a rule that says that you have
what
to
you think your
rage the
character would
entire
do.
time.
I'm going to hit him.
All right, advantage.
I mean, I don't. At this low, I probably shouldn't be able to control it that much. Since I just really just got
whatever
it,
you
know what I
want,
mean?
dude.
Do what your character thinks.
You have advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage.
All right, I'm almost happy. I got a 10.
Missed.
All right, let's go with another one.
Which,
Yeah, that's a 22.
yeah, that hits.
He should be able to survive. He only got hit once.
For 13 damage.
Yeah, he's
I'm
still.
I'm gonna intercept him. I'm gonna intercept him.
He's gonna.
What does that do?
He's gonna block the damage.
Oh, wow.
So okay. What did you hit him for again?
13,
right? Okay.
So I roll a 1d10 plus 2. I blocked 11 damage.
Okay.
All right, I will make that
You-
as
Yeah.
me
You
getting
see him
out of
just
my
kind of like
rage
stick his
with
axe
him.
in the way to try to stop.
Yeah, you kind of he kind of like has his big forearm, kind of like you rake over
Right.
his forearm, and you see like the blood coming
Constant
from him, and
blood.
you look up and you're like, oh, this is
Yeah,
I
kind
gotta
of come back to my senses.
Yeah.
senses,
So then
yeah.
you kind of
Nice.
come back and
I think Interceptor's
Yeah,
a
yeah, I
good
like
style.
that a lot better.
I'm going to walk in.
then we're out of combat as we're
So if I have a
doing this
reaction,
turn.
can I do that once a turn?
As he's got him pinned down, I just want to try to like rustle his pockets for coins.
That's it.
Try to grab his coin purse real quick while everybody's.
No sleight of hand.
I'm doing it very openly.
Okay.
I'm like, let's.
Hey, you grab it.
Arrn'ess,
Let's
tie him up.
your burden.
Yeah, you just cut his. It's,
Yeah.
it's just sitting there, and you just kind of cut
Mm-hmm.
cut his coin purse off of him.
Yeah.
Put that
I'll tie him
to
up.
my belt.
Time
How
up. Okay.
How much was in there? Do you think?
Roll a d20.
Wait,
A D what?
D20.
we should probably put this throughout the party.
A 9.
9 gold was
9
in there.
gold.
I walk up there. That should cover the damages. And
Hold on. I take 5 gold out and hand it to Orion. My debt.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And then I flick you 1 of the gold. So I'll keep 1. Or I flick you 2.
Okay.
And so I'll keep 2 and give him 2.
And then you got 4.
There's other bodies here.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, I was just taking it off of him.
All right.
While they're talking, I'm just going to go to the other guys too and grab all their coin purses.
Cool.
There's the same amount in it.
9 in each
Oh,
one.
wow.
How many guys were there?
5.
What was it? 5.
5. So there was 4 others.
45
Any
total.
better weapons? Anything good?
They're like,
So I
well, the guy's still alive, but the other ones have
45.
wooden mallets.
How much gold would you say the damage was?
A table,
Where's the table?
a hole in the ceiling,
Hole in the ceiling.
20
some
gold?
broken mugs.
Nah, I'd say he knows a carpenter. Come fix it. 5 gold's fine.
All right, we'll take that off the top.
I'll take 5 gold out and hand
10,
it to
10
you.
gold should cover the damages.
I'll give him 10 gold. All right. So I give him 10 of that. Oh, shit.
I tie him almost like hogtied, but
Okay.
on his knees.
What's your sleight of hand check on the ties?
So is
It's
it-
gonna
can I use a reaction once per
be
turn?
14.
Yeah,
yes.
one
Yes.
per turn. 14.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not struggling.
Yeah.
He's just panting at this point. Like,
And that turn lasts from like when
From
you
whenever
go
I-
to when you come around again.
You can only do it once.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll go sit at the table that they were sitting at that he knocked over. I'll just.
I'll hand you 8 more gold, you 8 more gold, and you 8 more gold.
put your gold in.
We'll
So I
split it
can
all.
Don't forget
accept
your
that,
gold.
Basically blocked all the damage you took.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That would have been a lot better.
Okay.
He's like,
So I split it all up.
Cool. Sorry. Now we've got to find something to do with these bodies.
So I was just like picking all this up. Well,
This place is a mess.
Time to make pretzels.
so did we kill him?
No. we
Nope,
tied him
he's
up.
still alive.
So we tied him up.
Yep, we tied him. You saw
All
him
right,
guys tie him up and then
we
walk
divvy
off.
up the gold. Let's take their weapons. We can probably sell those. With you here, are they wearing armor too?
Leather armor.
We'll take their armor, clean
They're
it up,
pretty
sell it.
destroyed.
Can sell it for scrap.
Yeah, there's a leather
looks
maker.
pretty
Couple
broken.
leather makers.
I just walking up to him. So, how can we let you live?
I
Where,
mean,
where does this end?
it ends with me just telling you about our secrets, where our hideout is, maybe.
Hold on, slow down. Let's start there.
I don't want.
What is the Oxheart up to?
What? I mean, it's
What are
it's
your
time
intentions?
for allies. It's time for. I mean, y'all are just prospects. We're trying to take you from the mist before it's too late.
So your
I mean,
best recruitment strategy is to come try to rough us up?
Yes.
You kind of tried to rough us up. We were hoping to just kind of hit you around a little bit.
You
show
walked
our
in and
strength.
you
Odd
threatened,
way.
and it cost 4 of your men your lives. That's about to
Some
cost a fifth.
prospects normally cower down to us, and when we tell them that, like we're powerful and we'll burn
That must
this
be why
place to the
your
ground.
clan is weak.
We're in a hole. You killed two of our prospects and 2 of our other men, but there's more where that came
It's
from.
about to be you.
Is that a threat?
So that's
I'm
what-
just letting. I could tell you more.
That's where my concern lies. He says there's more.
I think
We send him back, he comes back with more.
I will
think so
be
as well.
with you.
I think
will. I know where.
he understands that his life's in our hands, and he can give us a heads up if somebody else heads our way.
I think we take him to the head of the mist, take him to their
Aye.
headquarters, and they can get the secrets they need out of him. If they decide to set him free, that's on
Order.
them.
I don't know the
Perhaps a better idea, maybe not. Do you think maybe... I kind of kick him before I say this, kind of give him a little kick in the ribs. Do you think you're important to him?
He's the recruiter. So
I'm just asking him.
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you think you're important to him?
I mean, that's why I'm here. I've tried to recruit you
What-
into
What do you think your life is worth to them?
nothing.
Quantify it in gold.
Now that I know I've lost this here fight to measly missed prospects with magic and rage and
So you're
We can-
utterly useless.
We'll use blades.
I'm putting my shield on his neck.
I don't think he's useless.
Look,
Sounds
I can be
like
your
he's using
I
for
can be your
info.
informant. I can be your informant.
Exactly.
I can be the informant.
Right.
I can give you information.
If
But what
he's-
guarantees that you won't just sell us in and bring
That's
the
where I
money
stand.
back?
With all my wisdom, I don't believe that we can trust that this man won't just
Listen.
turn tail on us.
I think regardless if you kill me or not, it's going to be backlash. If I am there to talk them down, then I can try to tell them it was someone else that got us in the streets, that someone else did this to us. And
Right, but if you can't go back and there's still going to be trouble either way, I mean, if you can't go back, then you can't tell them about us and how we fight.
listen, why don't
Take
you?
us to your home. We want to know where you live.
I
If
like
we're
that
to
idea.
let you free.
Where did
To
the
do
Oxheart
this.
meet?
Let's kill the rival gang.
Let me just
Taking
get out
a
my map.
prisoner into
I don't know.
hostile
I don't know if
territory
we
here?
should go in.
Well, if he has his own home.
Oh yeah, your house.
But still,
he
we're
may have a
still
wife
in the middle
and
of the
kids.
territory.
Yeah.
All these people had wife and kids.
Right. Yeah, they're all family men.
Too bad. It's collateral.
Now,
It
did you-
is
No, we can leverage his wife and family against him. Is what we're saying.
their main.
I like that idea.
They're pretty much like. Let's see here.
Some of them, I'm sure a lot of them are single dudes. Cause
Yeah, they're over
the
the
mercenaries.
main
Yeah.
inn. They're literally like across the street from the Lux Inn. He's like,
Oh, wow.
well, I mean, we have prime casino of our own on across the street from the Lux Inn.
All right. Another
We
question.
got
Sorry to cut you off, but you are in dire straits here. Do you have a home?
yes, I have a family.
You have a family. I want to rustle his pockets for his house key.
Okay, you get like an iron key.
Where is it? Where's the deed?
I can't let you have it.
Well,
That's your life.
it's that or your life.
My
Give us your
family is
home.
more important than my life.
Well, it's your family's life as well.
He tries to like really.
I just
get
kind of
out
like
of-
stop,
he really
like
gets
put
out
my
of
foot
here,
on
like,
his head.
This is information
Press
we'll be able
down.
to find regardless.
You are nothing for me. You will not touch my family.
Well,
That's up to you.
you're in control of that situation, lad.
I will tell you everything you want to hear. Just leave my family alone.
I want to hear where your house is.
We need guarantees.
He will. He does not. You can roll an intimidation check.
I'm not very.
I'm on top of
Me
him.
neither.
I'll intimidate
Yeah,
him. I'll
try-
put my
try to-
shield on his throat and just
Okay.
start
That's fine.
pressing down.
Yeah, do an advantage with y'all two trying to intimidate him.
You know, I'm gonna
Jesus.
do something.
do
else
advantage?
here.
Yeah, no, I rolled an 18.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be like, let's calm down. Let's calm down. And
I rolled a 24.
Okay.
does
Just
that
don't.
work?
He starts crying. Just don't kill my family. It's,
We don't want to kill them. We just want to know where their house
It's
is.
just, it's just on the outside skirts. It's not too far from here. It's pretty much like across the wall, because y'all are like butted up against that wall in the corner. It's across the wall from there.
Okay.
But it's in this area.
Oh yeah,
Just around the corner.
yeah, just around the corner, and because there's like 100 houses.
I just want
around
to
the
rob
corner.
his house. Like,
All right, boys. I think he's got the point. I
Right,
think
well,
we
he's
can
got to
let
give us
him
something.
go. He's gonna give us info.
well, right, but we need leverage against him.
We have leverage.
I'm
We've
gonna
got
put
his
Pepper
key.
in. I'm
We know
gonna-
where he lives. He's got a family.
Right,
If
but
he
we
fucks
need
us,
more than that. We need the
my
deed
spice
to
in.
his house. We hold it as ransom.
I don't think we need. a
There's
deed
no
for that.
deeds to my house. They're made of clay, and
It's a piece of
Property.
shit.
I'm
We
gonna-
all know
the
it's-
I've
all
learned
starts by
about the
power.
deeds and being run off lands. I knew that they're things that are required for ownership.
I'm gonna get on my
You're
spice
saying you don't own your house?
You own what you live in with just the strong arm at your
Ah.
will.
So we can move in.
Into Oxheart territory after this. He laughs. Good luck.
Fair
Without
enough.
my help, you will be found, and the Oxhearts will ravish this building. And I suggest you now. It's
I'm trying to get like leverage over him so he won't turn like
We-
double.
we have
Yeah,
Process.
we've got a lot of leverage.
Yeah, we have him over a barrel. He's not going to fuck us.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're,
I just don't trust this guy. Like,
I
Even if he does, I think we'll be in the same position.
I pull the knot that holds him.
okay, and he kind of gets up and looks at y'all.
So here's my
He
plan.
lifted me off.
He's
We'll,
gonna sit down if you let him.
We'll
he's still sitting on
I'll
him.
sit on
Okay, you're sitting on him.
let's give the man a seat.
Alright.
Let him take a breath, wash his face. We'll discuss this. You're gonna walk us through Oxheart territory, like we are, but mere recruits. You'll take us to your house. You'll show us where it is. You'll tell your fellow Oxhearts that we are interested, and then you will continue to feed us information and do what we will.
That's exactly. He looks at you like that's exactly what I was gonna offer you. Y'all could be the recruits for the Oxhearts, but between us, you're really not. And maybe I could become a part of the Mist. Introduce me to Fallen Song, and we could all do this together. So I know that I have a place to go if we go through with this. You've seen me. I'm a hearty fellow. I can help you. We can help each other.
We can guarantee you safety from the Oxhearts if you work with us on this.
Well, just tell me when. I'll introduce you to the clan.
We don't want to be introduced to them currently. We just want to know
You
where
feed
your
us
family
information.
resides. We'll set up a date at the future.
This is.
We've got our own plans we've got to deal with currently. You've interrupted something that you don't know anything
You
about.
just don't know anything what's going on. You don't know anything about the
Then
groups,
tell us.
the guilds. You just don't know.
Tell
Then
us
tell
what's
us.
happening.
If I can trust you, if I can
Trust you. We
now
have your
this
lives
is-
in our
You're
hands.
alive.
Now this is now mine that I will give to you. If you give up your end of the bargain
You've surrendered your life to us already. It's
We-
here in our hands.
before I
There's
give
no
you
end of our bargain.
before I give you where my home is, my family is.
You've already told us where your home
I will
is.
give you this information if you don't allow that to happen.
I'm gonna start walking to his house.
You know, I mean, it's impossible. You can go looking through the Oxhearts, but it's like
The problem
hundreds of
here is
houses.
You've turned
That's
on your
in-
men
that's in
the
the
second
Oxhearts.
you faced a tough situation.
I'm just trying to
What's going to stop
barter
you
a
from
deal
killing us?
for more information on what's going on between the guilds. If you don't,
Well, the deal is your life.
my family's life is on the line as well.
Yes.
Who's to tell you 2 months from now after I die, you go in there and kill them, take everything there
Right? What's the stop
when
us?
I'm not here anyway? You can. Good luck trying to break into an Oxheart's house.
Oh, we won't have to break in. We've got the key.
We can just break through.
I think they know that the most popular Oxheart recruiter in the area of the Hearts, they'll know that what happened.
I say we play nice. We can hear him out.
These men just tried to murder us.
I did not try to murder you. You killed us first.
You killed
You walked into a.
I was looking for measly. We do not hold bladed weapons for a reason. We're not murderers.
Well, it's quite easy to kill someone with a blunt object.
You can knock them out and take their gold and leave later instead of cleaning up the blood. And I'm just saying we can come to an agreement. You can not see my family. I can go back to the boss and say you're interested in the Oxhearts, that you're willing to work with us.
We will know the location of your home.
Yes, you can roll an inside check if you want. All of you can, but
Can I divine sense?
is that like if you're fiend or?
Yeah, good or evil.
No, he is not an evil man. No. Like if you get a sense that he is telling the truth, that they're not murderers, they do wield like hammers and stuff for protection, but not for just strictly murdering people.
Like I said, I think he's more valuable to us alive than dead.
I tend to agree.
And we've got this guy by the balls. He's not going anywhere.
He's just not understanding the predicament he's in.
I think I understand clearly, Littleman.
You're being
And
quite
he's willing
resistant.
to
You're
give his
willing.
life for his family.
you're
I
willing
can
to-
respect that.
You're willing to kill my family, and I'd rather my own.
You'd rather
But-
die than give his family up, right?
I would. I just know I can show you my family right now.
But he's
I
not
will, but
understanding that.
I will that you. If I show you my family right now and you let me go, let's be real here. It's not. It's not like I will just let this go. Y'all have put me in submission, and I must do what you're telling me. But I'm trying to bargain a deal with you now. I will leave here and show you where my family's at and where my home's at. But I do suggest that things might get poorly after that if you let me go.
See, he's continuing to threaten us.
It's just
He doesn't
not,
understand
it's
the
not, It's not
situation
the
he's
threat.
in.
It's just
most
the
certainly
facts.
a threat.
Well, what he's saying is others might see and try and protect him, and so we're going to be in their territory, in their lands.
Well, then what other leverage can you offer?
Well, I've told you. I'll give you the information from the Oxhearts. I've got
That's-
information that.
Go ahead.
That's the thing. The service you're going to provide.
Yes.
You haven't told us what we can hold over your head to keep you honest.
Oh,
You don't want to give up the thing we're asking for, the thing you care about most, and you refuse.
Well, all right, this I will. I will take my kids. I will take my wife. We'll leave the house, and you keep the key, and you will have your own home there.
And you'll leave Clarion.
Oh yeah, I will leave Clarion.
Problem is that starts trouble
I'm gonna roll
for us
insight.
later.
Oh, we're already in trouble.
It's a nat 20.
No,
we
he's
just
lying
killed
out
4
of his
people. We're
teeth.
getting
He's
you.
lying his ass.
But with it as it stands, he can make a cover story for us that he was never even able to show up here. Is the problem?
I think he's better dead.
But I don't think he's going to do anything to help us.
I think
No
he
loose
will.
ends.
He continues to threaten us.
You'll help us, right?
I think you're a little bit too trusting, Arnie.
I've given you several. Like I
I'll-
said, we're
I'll roll
bartering here.
insight on this
You
guy.
you have no idea. You're not even a part of a guild yourself yet, and you've already killed the Oxhearts.
I think we've played with this man enough. We're not going to get what we need out of him. I think we deliver him to the
17
mist,
for
and they can get
insight.
out of him what they
Inside.
will.
I
Yeah.
agree.
If he's
I agree.
gonna help us.
He's willing. He knows his. You have a sense that he knows his neck's on the line, regardless if he
Still
leaves here or
sitting on
not,
him.
and he's willing to help you guys.
Anybody have
That's
some
why he
rope?
said, "Put me into the mist."
I guess I do.
Yeah.
I'm going to take some rope and tie his hands behind his back again. I think we ought to just take him up the ladder. Like
Yeah.
you were saying, Jasper. Turn him into the mist.
I agree.
They can sort him out.
Tied him up. I'm gonna go get a burlap sack out of the back and put it over his head.
Do we have any way to
I'll
contact
keep him on my
Jade
shoulder. I'll keep him on my shoulder. Yeah.
or any of our contacts from the Mist? Do we have a way to get a hold of them?
He said he was. I'm sure you find them at the Luxon. Like you'll see some people at the Mist. You just don't know you don't know.
Kind of
their
maintains
official,
that corner booth at that
Yeah.
restaurant or something.
Yeah, you just don't know that where their final hideout is
Right,
yet until
right.
you get into the Mist. But
Before we start
you can find one at the Luxon pretty easily.
taking him, parading him through town,
No,
I
that's
would
not what
suggest
we're going to do.
We stay here.
He'll
have
stay
somebody
here,
go,
locked up.
Go find him.
Yeah.
Exactly, Arnie. That's a
Uh,
good plan. We
Go
should
ahead and tie him to a chair as well.
tie him up, stick him in the broom closet,
Yes.
and then we'll go find someone.
What are you gonna do about the bodies in here?
Okay, so do you want to go find the guy? You know the town a little better, and then maybe that guy can also help us figure out what to do with the bodies.
Okay.
We just
Well-
need to close up shop, or maybe you should stay here. and
Yeah,
someone
I
else
was
should
thinking
go.
of staying here and trying to get the place in order.
Maybe
So do I have an
Well,
alley
somebody should
around
go.
back that is just for
I think these
collecting
two.
stuff, or does it go? But
them two go find the guy.
Like,
you have
they got the
you have
wall
a sewer
behind
grate
me.
behind you.
is there a little bit of alley back there?
Behind your alley. Yeah, you're not just butted up against the wall.
Let me see.
And there is alley grates behind kind of every end back here that you could get into the you can
Like
get
a sewage gate.
sewage grate, yeah.
We can dump the bodies around back in the alley.
All right.
They'll disappear down there. I think everything disappears down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's several ways to get into the sewers in this city. Just so y'all know, there's a lot of different ways to get into the sewers.
I'll walk over to the bar, grab a bar rag, and start cleaning
Are-
the blood off me.
Yeah.
Would we be allowed? Would establishments be allowed to have a key and locked up the grates and behind them, or is it?
It's
not
an
really?
open. It's an open grate. You can put your own lock on there.
Yeah, that's. What I was wondering if I
But
was
just so
allowed to-
you know, there are people that there's
services, and
like
stuff.
sewage rats they
Okay.
call them.
Yeah, people.
But
live
there's
there.
not rat. But they're people.
Yeah, they call it sewer
Like
rats.
you call them sewer rats
So there
because,
might be someone that will discover this body.
but they're more really
They
You wanna
live
eat that
underground.
Does
sucker?
this sewage flow
To the ocean or
So
to
it's
the river?
it flows towards this river that's to the east.
Okay. So, yes, I think
That's why there's a river that meets in the middle that's just underneath the city. That river that hits the Luxon, it really comes in and then it flows under the city right at the Luxon.
Cool.
And they've manipulated it to make their own fountain out there out front,
Yeah.
but it really goes under the city and really comes in hard there, and then it turns into 6 different points that move within the city. Then there's a larger river that flows right in the diagonal of it.
manipulated that water to flow around to cool and heat
Yeah.
the place too.
hmm
Cool. Hey, big man. Well, I could use your help moving these bodies down to the sewer.
I'll grab 2 or 2 in each arm.
I'll go out there and.
They're Goliaths too,
Oh,
so
Yeah.
you can only get
I
one.
get one.
I guess I'll clean up and head. to
There's
the
2
Luxon.
half orcs.
Yeah, if you'll go send the word, you two,
All right.
we'll
can
get
go
this cleaned
Arnie.
up.
Yeah.
And
All right.
First, help me drag this man out of the broom
Do we
closet.
do we tell them that we murdered?
I think we should be forthcoming with
Alright.
the situation.
All right. All right, Arnie. Let's go find someone. I did the Luxon.
And we'll throw this guy in the broom closet, tie it up with a bag over his head.
I'll keep a
a
watch
gag
on
in
him
his
while you
mouth.
are, or do you want to?
He'll be locked up. We're just gonna.
Oh,
Woodrow will keep an eye on
I'm actually
him.
gonna.
Actually, I got Brood here now too.
I've still been wearing those same clothes you gave me, so I'm gonna take those off because they're probably
They're
covered
bloody.
in
Yeah.
blood. And I guess I'll just put on my other clothes, my little
There is a
leather
way.
strap and
Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
my little skirt thing.
Butt flap.
But right outside the inn, in a little 50 yards to your right, is a large well. So late at night, if you wanted to, y'all can go and get buckets of water and
Clean
and
up.
clean and so y'all aren't very far from one of the main
Wait for the
wells,
cover of darkness.
water wells. That's
Alright.
why you picked this as the corner of the water well, and that's why there's a
Yeah.
little more than normal.
Feel much
Probably
better
got a
in this
couple
clothing
barrels
anyway.
full of water as well.
Well,
Yeah,
Arnie,
you got a
wanna
couple
head there?
tubs. And,
Yeah.
All right, so me and Arrn'ess head to the Luxon. We're gonna try to find
Okay.
a guy.
Y'all 3 need to roll most likely, like, if you want to roll a survival, if you want to roll performance, just for cleanup and then to see how good y'all clean this up.
Roll a performance.
Initially.
Just wanted to
15.
hold something
Zane,
serious
I mean, not
his
Zane,
head.
Winder. Roll a survival or like a
just-
performance.
I just felt like he was gonna go. Fuck these guys,
20,
I'm not
30.
going, and then he's gonna keep fucking with this.
17.
17.
Probably still
Yeah, y'all
pretty,
y'all the big boys. Vermilion's very familiar with you know, where you need to get these guys in, and you got a good eye for trying to catch all the blood here. You also put Woodrow and Brute kind of help Tara, Mara, Lara, obviously, like get out the sponges, and you know, they are the ones that go get the water and
Brute can
start
help them carry
scrubbing.
bodies
And
down.
there's a full cleaning going on in this inn now with it locked down, and as far as you see, it's going a good ways right now. And that's where we'll end the session.
All right, perfect.
I'll throw Brood a couple gold for his help with the
Yeah.
cleaning.
Okay, so
That's a good fight.
Yeah, that's fun.
and that's where we'll end it. You know, it's been a good session so far. You know, killing the Oxhearts. It was
Yeah, it's fun to fight.
it was an easy battle for my friends at the Mist, but hopefully on the next go round it'll be a little more difficult. Maybe a little bit more sensitive to the bloodshed.
We're strong.
But
Yeah,
no,
we can
it was
do a lot
fun.
as a party.
Wait till
We're
we
gonna-
fight a giant.
Next week we're going to most likely speak with whoever is at the Luxon, a part of the Mist, discuss this kidnapping of the gentleman's name, I believe is Ziggy Zuran.
Ziggy
He's
Zuran.
he is a
Just didn't see him coming around.
big
you know,
guy,
it's just-
Goliath,
He was lying out his ass the whole time.
and that's where we'll go. Y'all have them tied up in the broom closet while people go to the Luxon, and there's a cleaning crew, and that's where we'll jump to next week, or we'll keep an eye out on our stuff. So, boom, take it away.
All right, guys, keep watching on the Iron Lich. Like and subscribe on Twitch. We also now have a Twitter. I believe it's the Iron Lich.
Iron Lich Gaming.
Iron Lich Gaming. And watch us on YouTube. Iron Lich Gaming. Usually get them up Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere around there. A lot of stuff on there. Keep watching.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming and enjoying it. We're enjoying it ourselves, trying to learn the ins and outs of Clarion. Thanks for playing my game. We'll see y'all next week.
All right. Later, y'all. Thanks for hanging out.